Boom. 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 It was also Jen and I's drunk place. We'd go and get really drunk in Simpsonville and just come here and stay here till 4. Alright, so what are we talking about?
Whatever y'all want. It's recording, so
Oh my god. You already showed the cameras?
everything's going.
Sir.
Who's doing the intro? Andrew, you going?
I think this is a Sam special.
Just passing the responsibility.
All right, welcome back to
Welcome
Axpodlogy.
back. This is our first episode.
Yeah, this feels like episode 100 after all the bullshit we just went through to set this shit up.
Really starting off on a positive note.
Yeah, starting off on a positive note. So
I have no response for that, actually.
this shit is just in my way. I hate this. How can I fix this?
Alright, so
Well, welcome to episode 1 of Axpodlogy. We're here. I'm here with my co-hosts, Daniel Hayes and Andrew Gomez. Go ahead and wave to the cameras, guys. So we're here. We're going to talk about some things, everything axe throwing related, the news in axe throwing activities, anything else that we just kind of want to get off our chests, maybe some deep, dark secrets that anybody has they want to talk about. I know Daniel has a few of those that he probably wants to discuss, maybe get off his chest.
they're called secrets for a reason.
Well, they got to come out at some point.
I don't kiss and tell.
That's all I'm saying. So,
Quick question though. So we're stuck with Axpodlogy, right? like you're set on that, right?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if y'all got a different idea. You said this was my thing. That's what I came up with on the spot. I
And-
definitely haven't had that name locked in since like October.
That is fair, because the first podcast we did was back in like October before this place opened.
And
And
that was a test. That was a test one, and it didn't go so well.
No.
I don't know how well this one's really gonna go either.
Probably not great. And to be completely frank, I can't imagine the level of interest on axe throwing topics.
Well, why don't you start us off?
The thing about that,
So what I really meant to say was,
Sorry for the
thank you. It's like we said before, Dan's commentary is just going to be the no.
yeah. Dan's a man of many no words, and the thing about that
You mean
is,
few words?
Any no words.
I might be a little delirious, after the intensity it was just to get this set up.
Yeah, and it being almost midnight, and we started this process at like what, 8?
It's one thing to work on all of that and not get it going than it is to work on it and get it going.
So is this kind of like the petty grievances part of this podcast, or like what is?
Well,
what is going on right now?
The thing is my mother didn't love me growing up. So
Okay, all right. What a way to start. Okay.
welcome back to Axpodlogy. So the thing is, I don't really know. Did we even have any topics to talk about before we started this?
No, other than horror stories. I mean,
Horror
listen,
stories?
Horror stories in the hospitality industry. I mean, we can talk about horror stories in general, but
I got a few of those.
You said
Personal
horror
horror
stories
stories
or
or-
horror
or-
stories?
I think
Yeah.
you said horror stories.
Oh, yeah, you do have a few of those.
Crazy.
That's what it sounded like you said.
Canceled off of first episode. Doesn't even make it.
Yeah, just bleep that part out.
No, this is getting at least 5 mil
Cut that shit. Cut
Right
that
off.
shit.
Right off the bat.
right off the bat. First 24 hours, you're getting 5 mil views.
First 5 views is us 3. I viewed it twice. That's 4. And then Jenna gets it a pity view, but she doesn't actually watch it. She just leaves it on
In the background.
in the background.
yeah.
Yeah. That'll be tough.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Arby's
sick.
does not sponsor us, by the way. Do not look at that free plug. We're just gonna ignore that. Or Etsy.
Yeah, imagine. It would almost just be better off if the TV wasn't on.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to hold that a lot closer to your face.
Okay. It would just be better if the TV wasn't on at this point.
Maybe just turn the TV off and let's just restart at this
Turn his
point.
TV
Because
off.
we've not
Turn his
really
TV
we've
off.
not really gotten anywhere as far as this podcast goes. We have absolutely no direction whatsoever.
No, but to be fair, it's kind of good that we're doing this to see what the talking is going to be like. It's even more evident of how much we need a topic. I think that if we do restart, we have the TV killed, and then we stick with some form of topic. Every show could be a different topic, but some form of topic.
I mean, I think something needs to be on the TV. If that's our main concern, is what's on the TV.
My main concern is having something to talk about. I don't really care what's on the TV.
But I think you're just not prioritizing the things that we really need as far as a podcast goes.
Yeah, topics.
Visuals.
Where 60% of our viewers, of the 5 views that we get, is going to be audio listening only.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
The
saying.
visuals is
That's
the
what I'm
important
saying.
part. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that checks out. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And even still, like on Spotify, right? Like, I'm looking at like the album cover most of the time. Like, I'm not really listening to the music. It's really just the music goes with what I'm looking at. Am I alone in that, or
Yes.
yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I see. All right.
Not even a little.
All right. Well, this first podcast, I'll just go fuck myself then, I guess. So what do y'all want to talk about then? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Are we allowed to talk about
No.
the struggles and the shitty things that we've already encountered in being open for 4 months?
No.
Yeah, of course.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to like call out any specific situations.
Wait, so you remember that one customer we had, that person's name specifically, verbatim, that we just hated?
Started with a W, I think. Maybe.
Already, that's our 7th listener. He's just zeroed in on the fact that we just didn't like him.
No. I mean, he's cool. He's cool.
He's
crazy.
he lives near you now. You better be
No,
careful.
He lives in our apartment complex.
Yeah. Basically lives, but he's our neighbor. I mean, really, he's just our neighbor now.
Yeah, we haven't seen him for a
Scary.
while.
It's scary.
We
That
we haven't seen him since like the second week we've been open.
Yeah.
that's true. He came in, what, 2 times?
Yeah.
2 times.
You know what's crazy is that he paid the least amount of money to throw the most out of anybody who has ever come here.
That he did.
It's crazy. He'd say, "No, man, listen, I just want to throw 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me just pay a little bit. I'll go throw."
Yeah.
Like, all right, sick, man. He throws. An hour and a half later, my man's still throwing.
Yeah. Yeah. He was. I remember he was like, I think I'm gonna give you $10, and then you let me throw for another 30 minutes because that's reasonable. And it's like, well, brother, that's not how it works.
Well, in the beginning, he could have said $1, and I'd have taken it. We were at that point of starting the business where like
But
every
Again,
dollar.
it's like imagine if you went out to a restaurant and you were like $15 for tenders and fries. I'm gonna give you 7, and because I think that's a reasonable amount.
But that's
They'd
how
be like,
people
"Well,
act,
that's
though.
not what the price is, sir."
That's how people act. It's crazy because y'all made that comment the other day about the person that came in that was like, "Oh, the prices are way too expensive here compared to that one place in Virginia." I'm like, "That's so cool,"
Yeah,
but that's like Virginia.
yeah, right. I mean, I don't
We're
know.
a whole different state.
Yeah.
Go to Virginia, bro.
Yeah, for real. It's like, wow, that sounds like a cool thing Virginia does.
Right. Thank you,
Too bad we're not in Virginia. And this place isn't associated with whatever place you went to in Virginia.
Right. Right.
So,
And also
congratulations.
The only person to have complained about the price, I think,
Well, the only person that's like voiced his complaint.
voiced his opinion.
Yeah.
There was a person way back in the beginning who didn't complain about the price, but I think they complained about our checkout process because back then I botched the piss out of checking them out. It probably took me 20 minutes
Oh,
to get them out the door.
yeah.
I felt so bad,
I mean,
but I was like, "Hey, listen, we're opening. This is a part of the process. Just bear with me." And I gave them credit to come back, and they've still yet to come back.
Let's talk about Dan.
Dan.
Dan the man, Dan Cabellos.
Oh, you
I
mean
don't
that
think
Dan?
it's Cabellos, right? It's Cabellos.
What?
There's no L.
No, there's
It's
two.
Ceballos.
Okay.
Ceballos?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Oh
it's
my God.
it's 2 L's. So I'm
Dan,
pretty
if you're
sure
watching this, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's been calling you Cabellos this whole time.
I really have. I really have. I'm so sorry.
Not you outing the one person we're going to talk about who's also famous.
Yeah, he's a world
Famous.
axe throwing champion.
A world axe throwing champion.
That's our guy right there.
I mean, famous in hindsight. For
Yeah,
the niche
sure.
group that watches world axe throwing,
Yeah.
he's famous.
Yeah, true.
You
I
would
mean,
know him.
that's my dude right there, bro.
Great guy.
I
Great
love
guy.
calling him.
We've
It's always
just
a
had
good time.
we've just had our struggles in learning the software. For sure.
Well, the software's also had its struggles.
For
That's a way to
the
put it.
the listeners, Dan is our rep with our POS system for our axe throwing company, and it is a small company that has developed a really cool software, and we are learning, and we're the beta.
Well, we're not really the beta. When I was talking to him, he said he had there's 80 other companies that are using their software, so we're not like the only ones.
True. We're the beta for the bar stuff.
But that
Yeah.
The
that
like
side of it.
POS system stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little different for them.
Yep.
The
But,
retail side of it.
It's unintuitive, to say the least. It's not user friendly.
It's getting there.
But they're working on it. They're working on it, and yeah. Like Andrew said, it's getting there.
Well, I mean, I feel like every time that we've had an issue with it, they usually fix it.
Oh yeah, they've been great.
So
Yeah,
I
well,
can't
it's
really-
usually just a toggle kind of situation.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, but I mean,
It is a toggle, just kind of.
so
I can't,
fixing
you can't
it's
really
like
you can't really complain too much. Like, it's definitely got some work that needs to be done to make it better.
I'd like it if I could swipe a card and it load people's info into it.
True.
If I'm voicing complaints about it, because having to hit create new check and then custom name and then type out their whole name is
That
a
would
little
be sick.
annoying.
We should tell them that.
Yeah.
I bet you.
We should just send them this after it's like done.
Yeah,
and
just send it over. Hey, man, let me know your thoughts. Just listen
Episode
to our pod,
1,
dude.
the problem with RKD solutions.
Well, all right, so we don't just ream RKD the whole day. Out of everything since we have started, what would you say is the wildest thing that you think that has happened without throwing anybody too far under the bus, mildly obscurely?
What do you mean the wildest thing that's happened?
Like, okay, for instance, for me, the biggest thing that I learned was just how selective you have to be in hiring people. The employee that we hired from the beginning, who is no longer with us, was probably one of the wildest experiences I think I've ever had for hiring to firing in one day. That was one of the wildest experiences for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you could have guessed that he was just going to leave and then not come back. Even through an interview, you're never gonna like see that coming, I feel like.
That's true. But that's the hardest thing is in interviews that people just like, I don't know, they put on such a show for the interview.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, I will say, until working here, I've never interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever been interviewed. So, like, it is kind of weird to see it from this side of things. As far as, like, I know what I'm trying to portray when I go into an interview.
Yeah.
But to try and, like decode a person in an interview is like a completely different experience for me, and
Right.
it's been kind of a struggle for sure as far as like I mean I don't really know that I'm trying to think back on that interview if I was even there or not, but
Yeah, you were.
I was? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was the one who was like conducting the interview, but I'm pretty sure you were like
I
around.
think you're right.
Because we were
but-
sitting on the couches over here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I interviewed him separately after y'all.
Yeah, right.
That was one of the ones where I thought that maybe it was just a different environment for me to hire for something like this versus in the past where it's been more in the corporate world and it's a little bit different. So I didn't know what to expect or what to hire for.
Mhm.
Honestly, all I gotta say is that seeing a lot of the people that I've conducted interviews for or like been a part of with Sam, it's honestly made me feel pretty good about my interviews overall. Just outside of this place, I was like, damn, that's
That was horrible.
yeah, like I don't know if you thought that went well, but that
Yeah.
that was a pretty horrible interview.
Do y'all remember the one chick that couldn't look you in the eyes when she shook your hand? Like she physically put her hand over her eye and shook my hand.
I wasn't here for that one.
Were you not?
Mm-mm.
That was
I think that was just you and I.
that was you and I. Okay. Yeah. That one was painful.
Yeah, sweet girl. Sweet
She
girl.
was very nice.
But yeah,
Painful.
a little not confident, I guess you could probably say.
Which is tough because one of the questions you asked was, are you confident enough behind the bar that you can tell somebody no
Yeah.
and like look them in the eye and cut them off? And she was like, of course. And she acted like she had the confidence. And then when it actually came down to it, just not there.
Yeah.
That was an obvious one.
Right.
But sometimes it's so not obvious
Mm-hmm.
the faults. But no, we've had some wild interviews.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. That is for sure of things. What would you guys say has been the hardest part for you so far, individually speaking?
Well, you didn't even answer Andrew's question.
About what?
What's been the wildest thing? since you started working here.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that is
Because
what we were
we
talking
just
about.
kinda,
Yeah.
like, subtopicked off of his answer.
Yeah, my bad.
Alright, well, cue it into
ADD
your
a
thing.
little bit there.
Yeah,
That's
cue
my
it into
fault.
your question.
Um,
Or just come
what's
up
the
with something.
craziest thing for me personally? Has probably been watching someone take an axe all the way back to the tables and then throwing it from there. That's probably
Yeah.
been about not only the craziest but the scariest thing, in my opinion.
Wait, I did that.
Wait, okay, different
someone
with
who
us.
doesn't work here doing that.
Right. And for context, for people who are either one listening but two not seeing us, is that our tables are a good 10 feet from the axe throwing lanes, and the axe throwing lanes are a good 10, 15 feet to the wall. So a 25-foot long throw with an axe, which may not sound like a lot, but in this small space with people around, is wild.
Not to
Wild.
mention that area specifically is in between where people have to walk through to go to the bathroom.
The fire exit lane.
Yeah, and the
Right.
fire exit. Yeah, so God forbid someone walk through there while said person was doing such activities, because it was scary. That's all I gotta say. It was scary.
It's crazy. People don't understand just how sharp the axes are. Like the dude who got the axe stuck in his leg on
Yeah,
opening night.
yep,
I
yep.
saw him yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
Or
my
2 days
gosh.
ago.
Do you want to tell the people that
Yes.
story?
So long story short, opening night, it was our soft open. We had friends, family, anybody off the streets that wanted to come and join us. And my wife invited some friends to come out for the soft opening. And one of the guys was on his first date with one of our friends, and he took one of our red axes, these like throwing star axes, very sharp, and he wailed it at the board. Shit bounced back and went right into his leg. He told me yesterday, I saw him again yesterday. He told me that he didn't even notice that it had gone into his leg. He was on such like an adrenaline rush from the date that he went and he sat down and he looked down and he's like, why is my leg so warm? And he just had blood all down his leg.
God.
Which, warning, blood, but he
A bit late there.
yeah. Yeah. Rewind back, then skip it. But that was a surreal moment as an owner. That's what I should have said was the craziest moment, because it was the first time I realized just how unprepared I was and why I'm so glad we did a soft open, because we didn't have a first aid kit,
No.
which is something you would think is obvious, but in the
For an axe throwing place especially.
right, for an accidental play, like, but so many things had to be pulled together to make this thing come together to open on soft opening, and the last thing I was thinking about was first aid kits,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But luckily, my wife and all of her friends were all nurses, and the restaurant right next door to us, they had first aid kits. We went and got it, went to CVS, got him taken care of. He was just a friend, and we learned from there, and we've yet to have an accident since then. Right.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, knock on some
Knock on
fucking
wood.
wood there. Yeah, for real.
That was an unreal moment.
I know, dude. Opening day. I mean, like, come on. I guess you had to break the place in, you know? Like, it's just like,
It couldn't have been worse
I know.
to kill the entire mood.
I know.
But again, luckily it was just family and friends. Had it been anything else,
And
like,
he signed a waiver.
and yeah, he signed a waiver, which
So.
doesn't really protect you. Almost not at all.
Like, as a business?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. You wouldn't believe it, but 9 times out of 10, when it's business against person, businesses usually lose anyway because it's based off of a person's decision, right?
Right.
And business has money, and person is the one who usually is victim. And a lot of the times the case that they plea is that the waiver is not as easy to read and it's way too strict. Like, of course, my waiver is going to say that you understand the penalties that can be incurred, like injuries and stuff like that if you throw axes. But they believe that that's way too narrow a field, saying that, like, hey, you're responsible for everything, which is a kind of a crazy thing to say because they're coming to your place to throw. So I understand some of it. But no, yeah, the waiver really doesn't do much.
Huh. It's new to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on the case. But in
Yeah.
a situation like that, like if he had decided to come back, we could have been in some wild trouble because we didn't have first aid kit.
Right.
We
right.
didn't have the precautions set in place. We didn't have somebody standing over there
Right.
watching,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy times.
What about you, Dan?
The craziest thing that has been my experience
Yes.
since I've been here.
Yes.
You had a whole 20 minutes to think of this since we talked about our craziest moments.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
mean, listen, I was thinking
He's like,
about,
"Whoa, you didn't answer Andrew's question before
Yeah.
you move
No,
on."
well,
Now
you
he
brought
doesn't
it
even
back
have a
around,
freaking
bro.
answer.
You didn't answer his question. You were
Oh
just gonna
my
skip on to a different topic. I was just trying to make sure we keep in line. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy things that have happened. Like the situation where somebody just walked out without paying. That was pretty crazy.
True.
Tragic.
It's tragic.
Yeah, I mean, lost of $220.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like, I don't know, this answer seems kind of like a cop-out answer, but it's really just like the general management aspect of it. Like, I've done interviews before, so that's not like super crazy, but I've not done like, you know, like scheduling and running like P&L reports, running payroll, like keeping track of tips and everything like that. Like, I would say I've not really feel like I've run into anything that I'm like, holy shit, like it was something that was unforeseen, but like it's mostly just really been like my role and like adjusting to that and kind of getting into the swing of actually being a general manager. It's been probably like the hardest thing for me personally. But
Mm-hmm. I feel like the craziest day that I've seen come your way was that Saturday that we had. I mean, for reference for everybody else, as a new company, it's been slow. You slowly are building up traction, word of mouth. People are coming in. You have your slow days, your busier days. But we had this Saturday just recently where we like quadrupled the amount of people we've ever had in the space out of nowhere. And I think that day was the first day where I saw your position more in use. Everybody running around. It was the first time where I realized, like, oh shit, it's just not a 2-person thing. This is like all hands on deck. This whole place was packed. It was a wild moment.
yeah, but I thought like overall it got handled pretty well. Like
I agree.
it definitely was not doable with 2 people, but I mean I think like overall it ended up being fine. I mean I thought me and Daphne ended up handling everything pretty well.
Daphne and I.
Not grammar correcting him. All right, Dan, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, no, I thought y'all handled it really well too. Honestly, I especially Daphne being new to bartending, I think she did a great job
Mm-hmm.
as far as like, you know, having that many people to worry about and everything was. It's not easy, you know. It gets overwhelming. So
Also, that was the first time that we've ever actually had to organize the lanes. We have like 6 lanes, and it's 4 to 6 people per lane. And generally, we're not booked with every single lane, but that was the first time that we were ever like, oh shit, okay, putting people in certain lanes matters. Having the groups together matters. How we
Yep.
plan it out, moving people around. It was, you handled that well. That was a wild moment. It was surreal to see on my phone as I was walking in. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm just
I know
not gonna go in.
You were just stopping by, and you were like,
On my way to Charlotte, dude.
yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I told him to let me know if he
Bro,
needed anything.
I called him back in because
Oh,
he was
really?
here in the morning, and then when Daphne got here, he left. And then he was like, well, 6:30 around that time, it's looking like it's going to be pretty busy, so let me know if you need help. And I was like, I mean, maybe, but I think we'll handle it. But then we had 2 walk-in groups and then fucking 5 other groups that were booked already, so.
Yeah, it was, do we need to break while I reset the cameras? I need to find a tattoo artist down here.
Our boy Dustin over there probably help you out.
I would.
I mean, his tattoo artist does good work.
Clearly.
His tattoos, while I don't personally want anything that he has done, I mean, like, the work is good.
I thought so. There's this dude that I found on Instagram in Greenville that has so many followers. He looks like he does insane fine line work. And that's what I want.
Yeah, I had a guy in North Carolina that I liked. It was the same guy that Brandon goes and sees.
I feel like for a tattoo artist, that's one of the few things that no matter the distance, you'd still go to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not driving out to Winston for that.
Nah, I would.
Nah.
It's hard to find a good tattoo artist. I say that as if I have experience. I have no tattoos. But that's what everybody says.
I mean, you just find somebody that you like their art style. Something that fits what you want to do.
That's true. Is the battery dead or something? Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. What's like the next topic?
Well, Sam had a question queued up.
Yeah, he did. Does he even remember what his question was? I said, does Sam even remember what his question was? I don't know, craziest thing I've ever seen in here, dude. Nothing.
I don't see anything. You're gonna what? As last time? Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I hope that stays in the audio. That's the new intro. My singing. Hakuna Matata. Hawk to it, dude. Let me get some Tua on the Hawks. All right. Say something to cue it back up.
30-minute time.
Are we back?
And we're back with the Axpology podcast, Axpology.
Yep.
Where were we? What were we doing?
Honestly.
Talking about that crazy Saturday, but I think we just
Crazy Saturday.
we just need one of those dumb soundboards like bam, 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 bam.
Bow, 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 bow. Like flashes up on the screen like crazy Saturday.
That sounds like the Monster Jam commercials from when we were kids.
Yeah.
I don't even know if people would know that. That's a North Carolina exclusive, is it not?
No, they
No, they like travel, I think.
they
Yeah.
travel.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gravedigger and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they go around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I thought that was a.
Yeah, they ride at much larger stadiums than the Greensboro Coliseum.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I sure hope so, right?
Yeah.
But like that was the thing as a kid.
I only ever went
Monster
once.
trucks.
You only went once?
Yeah, I went once, and it was because it was with a church group.
Oh, dude, I was a Gravedigger fan. I loved Gravedigger.
All of that's going to be, you're going to hear all that in the mic, by the way. Everything you're doing with your hand over there.
What do you mean?
Like it's going to be like.
Good.
Some person is just gonna have the the gnarliest headset on, turn up to max volume, and you're just
Headphone
noises.
warning like, on the screen.
The amount of editing you have to do for one podcast is unreal.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
All right, so Sam, you had a question queued up earlier.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what it was.
Where do you stand? No. I'm just
Okay.
No, I think I don't know. I don't even remember. What did I say?
I knew
That's so
you
tough.
weren't gonna remember.
I said something about Saturdays. No,
No.
we were talking about Saturday.
Hardest, craziest, wildest. Challenges.
So, what do you guys think about feet?
Not
What?
feet. Okay.
What?
So the car's dynamic and the body styles.
Yeah, let's get into that.
In the
honestly.
Cars
Let's get
movie.
into that because it doesn't make any fucking sense, really, if you think about it.
All right, we're not starting this
How
conversation.
do they have car children? Because
So-
they exist. They're in the movie.
Well, okay, for preface.
They're
Cars
obviously
the movie is what we're
manufactured.
talking about. We're not just talking about Cars in general. Cars the movie.
Yes, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Pixar's Cars. That's what we're talking about.
How do they have kids? Are taxi drivers in that movie just useless?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
What
how
are
do
they carrying
get in a
around?
Taxi?
Well, okay, we did see at one point in the movie the mosquitoes were cars.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So if mosquitoes can be cars,
There's ladybug cars.
ladybug cars, RC cars.
Yep.
So RC cars can take taxi cars. Could they not?
No, because they don't get in the cars, right?
Well, they might. Okay,
we
Lightning
saw
McQueen
them-
got into a truck
Well, he got into a trailer,
trailer.
and the trailer's not part of the truck.
No. Yeah, that's completely separate.
But they did get into an airplane.
That's
They
true.
did get into an airplane.
Yeah, they drove right up the ramp into the back of an airplane.
Mhm.
So.
And the airplane, the inside of the airplane was not like
Organs
if
and
it's
shit.
like organs
Yeah,
and
they
stuff,
had
right?
chairs. They were like sitting in. They were like sitting in an airplane.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
is
And
this-
remember that one car in the second movie? Remember Mater drives by and he's like, "What the?" And then like you can see in the windshield and there's like empty seats in the car, and
Oh,
then
and then
and
it's
then
eyes where the
the headlights
headlights-
come on, but it's really where the eyes are instead of the eyes being in the windshield.
Yeah, and
and
he
he's
was
like,
like,
and he's
"Oh,
like,
what
"What
the
the?" And then he drives off.
yes, I remember exactly what you're talking
What
about.
is that? What
Yes.
is that? What's the like human equivalent of whatever that is?
Well,
Bro, see, the issue that I have is that either the cars just have to have organs on the inside, right? And they have their eyes, and they drive around, and it's cursed. Or, in some weird fashion, the seats are the organs, and the engine is the heart, and it's like a car,
I
right?
mean, maybe it's like the movie Christine.
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 Yeah.
Is
What's
that the
that?
Killer Car
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
The was that Stephen King? It's a
Maybe?
Stephen
I
King
think,
book.
I think you're
originally,
probably
yeah.
right. I mean, but that car, it was just like possessed.
Yeah.
You know, and it drove around and killed people.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like that.
I'm more of a Herbie, fully loaded
Herbie.
kind of guy myself.
But they got inside that car.
But
and
like, okay,
and they could drive it.
so
True.
if in car terms, you know, the battery is what no.
Battery's
know.
got to be the
What's the
heart,
brain?
right?
What's the brain?
No,
Because the heart's got to be
engine's
the
gotta
engine.
The heart's
Because
gotta
the
be
engine's what's
engine's the
taking in the
brain,
gasoline.
Then the
It's-
battery's the heart.
Wait, the engine's the brain?
That's what you just said.
No,
isn't
no,
it?
I said
engine's the heart.
Oh, then
Yeah.
the battery's the brain.
No,
Well,
but
no,
no.
The brain's got to be where all the amps go.
The brain's got to be like the transmission.
no,
What? No.
no, the transmission's like the arms and like the or
No,
not
the wheels
like
are
the
the
torso,
arms
bro.
and legs.
No, the transmission is definitely like the hip bone.
What?
Not the
That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, it does. It's the mechanism that helps
No, the,
allow the wheels to move.
yeah, but the
But that'd be the axles and like the wishbones and the
Yeah.
the
yeah, dude.
Transmission is
what is it called where all you put the little 40 amp thingies into it and it has all those little things and whenever you blow fuse box. Bro,
fuse
why?
box.
I was
yeah.
couldn't think of the name, but the fuse
Yeah.
box has to be the brain because that's where like if one of those fuses die, a certain critical part of the car goes out. That's the brain, bro.
Yeah.
The battery is just a central nervous system because it has all the wires to everything.
Mm.
The engine's the heart, the
Mhm.
transmission's the body.
No, I think the body of the car is probably the body.
All right. The chassis of the car is the body. The transmission's the spine.
No.
Then what is the transmission, sir?
Well, I mean, I said the brain, but you disagreed.
The transmission could be the muscles of the car because in theory that's where a lot of your torque comes from.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
the
that
transmission.
makes the most sense of
That would-
everything
that
that's
would
been
make
said so
sense.
far.
That makes
Yeah.
But
sense.
then what's the radiator?
Your lungs.
No.
No,
It would
no, no,
actually
no.
be. it
That'd
would
be like
actually
the intake.
No, it'd be like your sweat glands. 'Cause that's what cools you off.
That's true. It would be like your sweat
Yeah.
glands. That's a
Yeah.
really big ass sweat gland.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's pumping coolant.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. What is oil? Is that blood? That's
yeah.
its blood.
I feel like
Right, or is
gasoline would be
oil?
blood.
Yeah, oil's like the piss.
Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, 'cause he leaks oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
the Well-
second one.
Mater's leaking.
I mean, oil's a lubricant. Piss isn't a lubricant in
Can
your
be.
body.
I mean, it could be.
You never tried that?
No way. How did we end up here? That's crazy.
You're the one who started this conversation. I don't even
Listen.
mean how did we end up here. I said let's talk about feet, and you said what about cars?
The cars thing is
It was a-
infinitely better.
I was gonna say so much better than talking about feet.
Yes.
Dude, I don't know what's wrong with feet though.
So the exhaust.
Apparently you do. You want to talk about it.
Not anything bad,
Hey.
you know.
This was a whole subject because we got into Dan was looking up some weird shit while we were watching Cars the movie, trying to figure out.
Yeah, he sent some pretty suggestive
anatomy.
pictures.
I
in our-
got the receipts, and I can tell you exactly who sent that shit, and it was not me.
It was Mike. He's not here to defend himself.
I think it
Yeah,
was
Mike.
the guy sitting right across from me over here. Was the guy who I got these disgusting photos from
They were
Listen,
pretty horrid.
from a fucking Reddit thread.
my issue was that the Cars movie had too many plot holes in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it
And
is a
So
kid's
you had
movie,
to find
I had to solve those plot holes.
solve.
You didn't really get very far.
I got very far. One, we know Tomater sling a chain. Dude's killing it.
I mean,
That's great.
what part of the body is the toe hook? Though, you know.
That. Okay, all right. Listen. Back when rat tails were cool, toe hook.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a rat tail.
Yeah, he's got a rat tail.
So you're saying the hook is his hair, so everyone else is just bald?
Oh, that's tough. But yeah.
God.
All the
Andrew,
cars
can
are
you
bald.
read the little screen on that camera? Is it still recording?
I see a red dot in the top right corner.
That means it's recording.
Sick.
Can you see the time on it?
God, no.
No. Okay.
No.
All right.
I need glasses.
Yeah, you do.
Just. Oh, what a topic.
Yeah, so let's stop
Yeah,
talking
let's
about
change
cars,
it. Let's change
please.
it.
Okay. All
We
right.
got like 15 minutes.
Okay. We've all worked in various industries. What is the wildest thing that's ever happened to you?
Why is that your question every time?
Because I love these stories, bro. To me, I think it's so wild the customers that you can have in retail, because it's one of those industries that I say that if you never worked in hospitality or retail or some form of service industry, then I just don't feel like you're well equipped to be a good person.
Yeah, it definitely should be required after you graduate for like at least a year, I think.
No doubt.
Service or retail, at least. Honestly, service mandatory.
I
But
think
if you want to do
everybody
retail,
should do
then yeah.
door-to-door sales.
Door-to-door sales. Yeah, that is the most brutal job
Yeah,
ever.
I could see that. I've never done that, but I could see it. I've heard
Yes.
stories. I've heard stories.
We've had our experiences. It's,
Tell us about that time that guy tried to touch you in his house when you were doing that.
No, I'm not going to talk about that. Actually.
Listen, I
I
was
don't
talking.
really think that's either funny nor appropriate.
I mean, it seems pretty funny.
I mean, that didn't actually happen. It was just a joke. It was a joke. You have had some pretty crazy stories about that, though.
I was talking about that with somebody the other day because, it was, I was talking to a guy about it where he was saying that a guy came to his door, it was really annoying, and he just shoved it on his face. And I was like, well, did you at least tell him no? He's like, no. But he just kept bothering me. He kept coming back to the door, and he'd come back the week after. And the week after, I'm like, just tell him no. For all of our sakes that have had to go through it, just tell us no. Because if you don't tell us no, we have to go back. And if you tell us maybe, then we're definitely coming back. There's no doubt. And that is one of the most obnoxious things ever.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst thing is when you know somebody wants to say no, but they like physically can't say it, and so then like 2 hours later you have to go back and knock on their door again, even though you already are sure that they're not interested. And I'm just like, look, I'm sorry to bother you, but you didn't tell me no, so I kind of have to come back.
Yeah, that's rough.
I had a guy lie to me in front of his wife because I went and knocked on his door, and the dude was like, hey, listen, I've been wanting you guys for a while. I think this is incredible. I love your services. Come back tomorrow while my wife is here, and we'll get it set up. She's been wanting this as well. This is going to be perfect. I came back the next day on the time that we talked about. We had set it up. He even texted me and said it was cool. Come on down. Showed up at the house, knocked on the door. The wife was standing right there. And I talked to her. I said, hey, listen, I'm here because y'all wanted to set up the services. And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. Then the husband comes back over, looks at me, and he says, dude, I don't know what I have to tell you, but we're not doing this. Can you please get out of our yard? I'm like, what? Excuse me?
Wow.
Bro, I went, because back then I had to drive like 40 minutes out of my way to a certain direction to do the area that I was doing, or I would have gone somewhere else. So I went specifically there just for that one sale, to that area that I was already in the day before, just for that sale. That was crazy. I was so mad.
Yeah, I had a couple get into an argument with me at the door before.
It was
Oh,
so awkward.
nice.
Because it was like pretty late, and they were putting their kids to bed, and the guy came out when I knocked on the door, and he was like, oh man, this sounds like really great, like I'm definitely interested in it, like let me go ahead and like sign up, and then we'll pick a date out and everything. And then his wife came out to the door, and she was like, so and so, the kids are in bed, they're waiting for you, like you gotta come inside. And he was like, hold on, it'll just be a few minutes, like I'm just signing up for this. And she was like, what the fuck do you mean you're signing up for this? We talked about it, we're not doing this. And he was like, no, I mean, they said they're gonna fix like the dead spot in the house, like I think it's gonna be really good, like I think we go ahead and sign up for it. And then she got mad and slammed the door and locked him outside, so he couldn't get back inside of his house.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
And then he ended up not signing up for it. He was like, I'm sorry, man, I gotta go. And then I came back like the next day, and then he was like, no, we're not gonna do it. I called some people who have your service, and they don't have great things to say, so.
And we know he
Damn.
didn't call shit.
No.
I'm sure he
No.
didn't.
No.
The wife told him that they're not fucking doing it.
Oh my god. That's tough.
That's rough. That is rough.
It is.
Glad I have never had to do that job before.
It's a bit
I'd
awkward.
say. Yeah.
It's fun now though. When people come to my door, I appreciate it, and I'll give them a water bottle. I'll tell them no, but I give them a water bottle. I've invited somebody in my house. I had that vacuum salesman come to my house, and that was probably the coolest thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Really, a vacuum salesman.
Yeah, I've been waiting for vacuum salesmen for so long. I know that sounds so stupid.
It's very
But-
specific.
It's like one of those things in the movies that I just didn't think was real. And when he showed up to my house and he said, hey man, can I just give you my pitch? I'm like, you know what? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Come to my house. I want to hear your pitch. He had an hour-long pitch. It was the most rehearsed pitch I've ever heard in my life. It was perfect. It was flawless.
Nice.
And we went through demonstrations, and every single demonstration, I felt like an asshole, but I was purposefully messing up his demonstrations. So he'd be like, okay, he'd put like a bar on my carpet, and he would take his vacuum, and we'd take my Dyson vacuum that I have in my house. He's like, okay, I want you to do 70 passes on your side, and I'm going to do 10 on my side. And we're going to see who collects the most from these sides. I'm like, really cool. Awesome. So I'm going, and I started doing this, and then he said, okay, you counting? And I said, no. And he said, we'll start counting. I'm like, okay. And then every once in a while, he'd ask me what number I'm at. I'm like, dude, I don't know, bro. I'm just couldn't even tell you.
My God.
Or he'd pull out little pads. He's like, which one looks dirtier? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I don't know, dude. I think they look pretty dirty, both of them. But no, I didn't end up getting it. I told him in the very beginning, I was like, I'm not getting it. You can do your sales pitch, but I'm just not getting
Yeah.
a $3,000 vacuum.
Jesus Christ. It's
It was
$3,000?
$3,000. But get this though, at the end, he's sitting there talking, and he said he pulled out his phone, and he said, "Hey, boss, listen, I'm with Andrew. We were just talking about the vacuum sales, and he told me he's not interested. And if you can, just come pick me up." And he said, "Oh, okay. Are you sure? Okay, all right, I'll let him know." And then hangs up. And he looks at me and says, "Hey, listen, okay, we don't do this, but
Of course.
my boss said that we'll do it for $2,100, and it's really just this one time. You better take it while it's there. It gets worse." I told him, I was like, "No, man, listen, $2,100 is just not it for me. That's a vacuum, bro. My Dyson, I thought was expensive, and it was like $700.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, it's a deal proposition, whatever." Then he said, "Okay, for real, let me call my boss." Gets back on the phone and says, "Hey, man, he didn't take the lower price." And he's like, "Really? That low? Are you serious? Dude, I don't even make money off that sale." And I was like, "Bro, listen, your phone's off.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
You're not even on the phone with somebody. Like, you're not calling anyone."
That's crazy. He
And
was
he just
really
like-
trying. He was really trying.
He tried so hard. He said, "Listen, man, it was once in a lifetime. $1,300. Take it or leave it. And I'm like,
Damn.
one, to go from $3,000 to $1,300, crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Two, oh my God, bro. Like, the person that falls for that and is like, oh my God, your boss, he was willing to do that for me? Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
Right, yeah. Ugh. People will. People will. They'll fall for that shit.
He sold 4 in my neighborhood alone.
Oh my God, bro. People have nothing better to spend their freaking money on.
Tell me
It's
about it.
insane.
I did point him to somebody, though, because we were sitting there talking to Dan. I was like, dude, listen, I respect the pitch. I thought it was sick. I gave him some liquid death. I was like, you enjoy your night, whatever. And I was like, I know it's late, but if you really want to sail, my neighbor, like 2 houses down, I promise she'll buy anything. And he laughed. He's like, all right, bet. He went over there. I know that he had to have sold. I
Yeah.
haven't yet checked on it, but had to have
Yeah.
sold to her. There's
Should
no
go
doubt.
knock on her door and be like, so how's that vacuum?
I really need to. That was a shitty thing. I shouldn't have said that. But God, it
That's
was,
funny.
it
That
was
is
so
funny.
funny.
Let me check these cameras real quick. And we're back again. So we probably got like 8 minutes. Yeah.
Word.
Got
Okay.
time for one more story from anybody? Another story. Dan, you got another story?
Story about what?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Wait.
That's what I'm asking.
Do you have a story? Story about what? He says.
Well, if I can't talk about feet,
Okay.
God, you can talk about
Alright.
feet if you
gotta
want.
think about something else.
This is gonna make me uncomfortable, but you can talk about feet if you want.
Nah, it's okay.
What a first pod. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about axe throwing?
What do I think about axe throwing?
Yeah, like, do you like it? Or
Yeah.
is it fun?
I think it's pretty fun.
I'd hope we all think it's mildly entertaining, considering we do this 24/7 now.
It could be better, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
It's fun. It's
it could
fun.
be. It's fun when you do it once or twice. That's the fun of it. This is one of those like niche things that you go and do every once in a while. It's like a date or with your family. It's fun. When you do it every single day and you're teaching people how to throw, a little less fun.
Gets a little monotonous.
Yeah.
Especially the whole pitch thing, like just pitching it like to everybody every day,
so true.
saying the same exact thing over and over and over.
Yeah, no, I'd be changing up my pitch every once in a while just to keep it interesting.
Same.
The hardest is when people act like they know it already before the even pitch starts, and I'm like, well, hey, listen, like the red line right here, you want to go past that, don't bring anything past the yellow line, and they just act like they just do not care.
Yeah.
And like they've seen it before, they've been down this road,
Right.
and they get up to throw, and they disregarded my entire throwing stuff,
Yeah.
and they just botched the piss
Yeah.
out of the first
Yeah.
30 minutes of throwing because
Yep.
they just refused to
I
listen.
don't know. My favorite thing is when you teach somebody how to throw and then they just completely disregard everything that you said and then do it completely wrong, and then like 10 minutes of them not hitting anything, they come up to the bar and they're like, I think I need like some help or like a refresher because for whatever reason it's not working. And I was like, maybe if you try doing what I actually said,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
might
help.
might at
Yeah,
least
might
get
help.
you on the right track, you know.
Yeah, or like when they're like, I always like usually end with, yeah, you know, like, do we need like a demonstration throw? Or because if I don't have to do it, I don't really want to.
Right.
So, but like, and most of the time people are like, yeah, like show us how to throw. Like, I'll be like, do we need any tips? Like, any questions on how to throw? And they're usually like, yes. But the people that are like, nah, like we're good, I got it. And I'm like, all right, we'll see about that. Like,
Yeah.
and then they don't have it usually.
My new favorite thing is the like teenage dude or chick that comes up that has zero interest in throwing, and their parents are trying to get them off their phone, and they get up there, they grab the axe, and they wail the axe at mock Jesus at this board, and it just perfectly hits the center, and they just are for no reason godly at this
Yeah,
sport.
like
It-
never done it before.
Not once.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 11-year-old chick that came in, or 12-year-old chick that came in, she's sitting there throwing, and the axe was bigger than her arm, bro. Like it was truly just bigger than her individually, but she could rip that thing like she was playing for the Mets, like just
Yeah,
wailing at the board,
that's crazy.
and it was perfect every
Dude,
time.
I think it's crazy when I tell somebody to like, because I always say like you don't have to throw it super hard, but just like hard enough to get it down to the end of the lane, and then like somebody will get up there and they'll just fucking like toss it over there, and it like barely even like scratches the board, and then they're like, well, what did I do wrong? Why didn't it get stuck? I'm like, I don't know, maybe actually fucking throw it. Like, and what the hell are we doing over here?
Yeah,
Just
Imagine.
like
Yeah.
try and
Like,
throw
ugh.
potentially. It might help you out.
I had a grandma and her granddaughter come in and throw, and the grandma could throw so much harder than the granddaughter. The granddaughter was like 18, but this grandma, I mean, she packed a wallop,
yeah,
and it was cool. But to go along with what you're saying, the 18-year-old was going out there, and she had the high heels on, and she was sitting there throwing, and when she threw, shit would just like flop before it even hit the wall. And we have like an unconventionally short lane. This
Yeah.
isn't like
yeah,
most places that do like 15, 20 feet. We have like 11 and a
Yeah.
half at best.
yeah.
So it
Should be easier.
should be,
Should be.
in theory.
Dude, I had this couple come in, and his wife was like getting it. She was like after like I don't know, like 5-10 minutes, she was like starting to get the hang of it, and he would throw, and he did the same thing every single time. And I told him the same thing like 5 times in a row, and then I just gave up. I was like at first I was like, oh, like you're releasing it too early. Like try to like make sure you're really pulling through and like releasing at the extent of your arm.
Mhm.
And then every single time he would throw it, and he would like release it like up here and like flick his wrist, and then it would just like it would just like over rotate and like smack the handle every single time. And I was like all right, that wasn't bad, but just try to make sure you're like really like over exaggerating like how late you're letting go of the axe. Like don't let it go up here, let it go out here, and
Right.
like so you can let it go, don't flick your wrist. And then he was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then he would do the same thing again. And then I was like, so that one, like I said last time, just really try to make sure you're not flicking your wrist and you're like really, pulling all the way. And then he was like, got it. And then do the same thing again. And I was like, you know what, man? I can only tell you the same thing so many times
Yeah.
before I just feel like I'm being annoying.
Some
like,
people just don't want to know. They don't want to do it.
And I don't know, bro. He's like, well, what am I doing wrong? And I was like, to be honest with you, I've told you what you're doing wrong.
So true.
And you're not listening.
Yeah.
It's the guys that are so stubborn that refuse, like the guys that say, oh yeah, I throw axes in my backyard. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. This isn't your backyard.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they swear on their mother's grave that they are just throwing the right way and it's not working. Like our lane is at fault and it's not them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, listen, bro, just change it a little bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, their girlfriend or their wife is just nailing it.
Yeah. Some people just can't be taught.
True.
Some people just don't want to be taught.
That's
True.
the theme of today's
True.
podcast. Some people just can't be taught. There we go. Said
I
it best
think
here.
I think we could probably end it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're about out of time. Do you still have a red dot on that screen there?
No, I have words on there.
Oh, very nice. All right. Well, I don't know how long that's been there, but
Probably not
anyways.
that good.
Oh my fuck. Yeah. So that was good. That was a good first round, though. I think it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I think that actually started to flow a
Yeah.
lot better at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. I agree. That's better than the first one we did. That's for sure. Yeah, you guys want to say your goodbyes to the camera? You'll have to lean into that camera there. Yeah, Dan, you want to say bye to the people?
Thanks for tuning in.
Not thanks for tuning. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Peace out, Holmes. Yeah. All right. Cool.